pioneered all of this, right? We still feel sometimes that we are the pioneers of this business, but he is the one that started this when there was no one really doing it. He was the first leader. That's why we call him the OG in the game. And I'll just pass it over to Tino, guys. Again, listen to him, show some respect, and give him a TPR welcome into the chat. And I'll give it over to you, Tino. Appreciate you so much, brother, for jumping on. And let's get it.
Thank you, bro. Can you hear me good? Do you guys understand me? Yes? Okay, great. Bro, where are you in the world?
Currently in Australia, bro, in Brisbane. We just finished the tour here in Australia.
I need to ask because every time we talk, it's like I'm somewhere and you somewhere. It's like I saw it's already dark in the background, so I kind of thought, okay, this cannot be Dubai, right?
No,
So
definitely not.
yeah, then
Soon again.
a warm welcome to you guys and a good evening to all the Australian people on this call. Actually, it's 11 o'clock in the morning where I am currently. So a really warm welcome from Warsaw, Poland. I am actually here since 2 days now doing events with my team. We have like a couple thousand active people over here in Poland. That's why I'm here. Like you guys, grinding, building the business on a day-to-day basis. You know the deal. Being with the people, doing the events, that's what brings the volume in. That's what builds the teams. So for those of you that don't know me, which is basically everyone, I think, let me introduce myself really quick. My name is Tino. I'm actually 32 years old and I'm in the industry of network marketing since 11 years now, which is sometimes even crazy to me when I think about it, how long I am actually in the game already. And I started on the 4th of November of 2012 within this industry. And when I started out, I was not privileged to have a company like this to build with. I started out with physical products. So I sold vitamin drinks, I sold skincare, I sold lotions, potions, vitamin pills, all the good stuff, right? Everything that you guys might know. I was that annoying guy. I was that annoying guy going over to people telling them, hey, you need to try this drink. Hey, you need to try this lotion. Your skin will shine. Hey, you need to try this vitamin pill. Hey, you need to try this weight loss shake. You're going to lose 20 kilos immediately. Bah, 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 bah. I was the annoying guy, right? So for the first couple months in the business, I actually made no money at all because I did everything wrong. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Back then, we had no Instagram, we had no TikTok, but we had Facebook. And Facebook was in his early stages, right? So when I first signed up for Facebook in 2010, there was no Messenger at all. And in 2012, they brought the Facebook Messenger. So you could actually send people messages, right? Which is very common today. But back then, that was a huge deal because it was brand new. So what I did, I texted everyone that I knew a copy and paste text where I basically said, hey, do you want to get rich and healthy? Message me. Guess how many people messaged me? 0. But I quickly became the guy that the whole city where I lived was talking about, and everyone was basically laughing at me. So in 2013, I did one thing. I took my last money and together with 2 team partners, I flew over to Las Vegas and I paid for their flights and hotels. By the way, those were my only 2 team partners that I had. So basically, I invited the whole team, yeah, me and 2 other people, over to Las Vegas, but not to do party, but to visit a convention of my former company. And in Las Vegas, I personally gained the belief that I could do it. So I returned back home, and that was in April 2013. And in December 2013, I made 6 figures for the first time. Ever since, I made 6 or 7 figures every year in the industry. Overall, I had more than 100,000 people going through my networks, over the last couple of years. And I'm just fortunate and blessed to be a part of this industry. And you should feel the same, in my opinion, because what we have going here is just insane. Now, let me tell you the story of how I got involved into iGenius. So it was me building those health and wellness deals, right? Selling the lotions, selling the potions, selling the vitamins and the weight loss shakes in 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, and also in the beginning of 2017. So almost 6 years of my career, I was selling those wellness products. And I remember in 2016, I made my first $1 million in the industry. So I made my first $1 million selling health and wellness products. And the funny part is, I had no financial intelligence at this point. So I made $1 million, but because I had no financial intelligence and because I was stupid, I gave all my money away for stupid stuff. I bought myself a brand new car in cash. I bought some designer clothes. I stayed in nice hotels. I paid taxes, which are really high in Austria, where I lived at this moment, and all the money was gone. That led to a point where I had the first date with my now future wife. And on our first date, after making $1 million, I was so broke, I couldn't even afford to buy her a pizza. And that hurted as hell. Because I thought to myself, okay, Tino, you made so much money, but you were just stupid and spent everything on stupid stuff. So I started thinking what I could do to better my situation in the future. Because I wasn't bad at all at making money, but I was miserable at keeping money and multiplying money. And I don't know how it is in Australia, but here in Europe, everyone does the same thing with his or her money. If you have a little bit of money, put it in the bank. Go to the guy in the bank and tell him, hey, what can we do with my money? Blah, 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 blah. And basically, most of the people don't learn financial education in school. They also don't learn it from their parents because their parents also don't know how to handle finances. So they basically rely on people that have no clue when it comes to money. And that was me a couple of years ago. And then I heard about this concept of iGenius. Back then, the company had another name. It was still the same concept, but we had another name. You might have heard of the rebranding and all that kind of stuff that happened over the couple last years. But I heard about the idea, and it was actually at the convention of my company back then in Berlin, Germany. So all the leaders of the former company, the name of the company was Jeunesse. We were sitting in a Sky bar, and they talked about different companies that are new on the market. And someone mentioned the name of this company. And that's how I got my first impression. And that's how I basically started researching about the company. Then I met a guy in Germany who told me about the concept of educating the masses when it comes to financial education. And I still remember it clearly. This guy told me, Tino, most people are stupid with their money. They spend it all and they end up being broke. And I was like, yeah, bro, people are really stupid. I don't understand those guys. But in reality, I was thinking to myself, he's talking about me. Because I was the one making $1 million, spending it all, and I felt like a piece of shit at that point of my life. I can guarantee you, because I knew with that kind of money, if I would have had the right knowledge, my life would never be the same. So I started in this company, left everything behind in my old company, 6-figure income, big team. I left everything there and I started brand new in this company with only 20 people of my former team that basically joined me on this journey. And it was a blast, I can tell you. This concept of financial education, of trading, of crypto, it was like a freaking rocket ship. We were the first people back then to sell something like that. And I could immediately feel the difference. And most of you are fortunate and blessed because this is your first company. So you don't even know how hard it is to sell other products. But I can give you the comparison today. What we have here is just amazing because we have something that actually really fits for everyone, right? Every company out there always tells you, okay, we have a product for everyone, but that's actually not the case. We over here have the real deal because every person on this planet, whether you're a millionaire or you're broke or you have a little bit of money, every person would love to have more money. Every person would love to multiply their money. Everyone would love to save more of his money. That's why I knew we had the perfect fit here. My mentor back then told me one thing. He told me, Tino, the size of your check will always be the same size as the problem you are solving out there in the world. And I was thinking to myself, okay, before I was helping people to have nicer skin, to be healthier, to lose weight. But now I'm helping people to actually make more money and multiply their money, which is, in my opinion, the number one problem in the world. Think about the current state of the world. Why are people fighting? Why are families divorcing? Why are friendships breaking? 99% of the time it's because of money. Why do people have bad health conditions? Because they have no money for the right food to consume and they get sick. Money, in my opinion, solves 99% of all the problems we have in our lives. And think about your life. Think about your life and think about the current problems that you're facing right now. 99% of them wouldn't even be existent if you just had enough money. And that's what I was thinking to myself in 2017. So I knew, okay, this is not just some random company or some random concept. This is actually the real game changer. This is actually the vehicle that everyone really needs and that really solves the number one problem in the world. So I started in this company. I got excited. We built thousands of people. We went to good times. We went through bad times. And at the end of the day, we came to a point where iGenius is now the company that it is today. Because in the beginning, and I can tell you honestly, in the beginning, iGenius was nothing but a good idea. There was this idea of empowering people financial wise. There was this idea of solving this big problem that everyone seems to have. There was this idea of teaching people how to trade. There was this idea of teaching people how to use cryptos the right way. There was this idea, but this idea was executed really, really poorly in the beginning. What I mean by that is, at this point, the company was basically led by 4 CEOs. And those 4 CEOs, they had good intentions, but they executed it really poorly. So the first couple of years in this company, the first probably 2 to 3 years were really, really hard. The products were not functioning as they should. The CEOs always made promises, but they didn't deliver. It was a really, really hard time. And the thing is, guys, I tell you this because of one thing. I am 100% transparent and I want you to understand where we are coming from, right? So we had lots of products that were failing. We had a bad management and iGenius wasn't the company that it is today. And if you go to the internet and you see some bad articles about the company or some bad comments about the company, that's because of this time. Because in the beginning, a lot of things weren't working as they are supposed to work. But let me tell you one thing. What happens if you are the first person to ever do something? Failure. You learn through failure. You get better through failure. It's the same for your life, and it's the same for every company. And iGenius was really the company that started this whole trading, crypto, Forex movement. We were the first to ever do it. Nowadays, there are tons of companies that are doing what we are doing. There are tons of companies that basically took our concept and reinvented it. There are tons of companies that came on the marketplace years after we stepped foot and just duplicated what we had going without ever having to do all the mistakes that we did. So in conclusion, I can say, since I'm here since the very beginning, a lot of failure happened, but that usually happens when you are the one setting the pace for everyone else. It's like if you go through a snowstorm, right? And the snow is like 1.5 meters high, and you are out there and you are the one creating the path for everyone else to follow. That's what we did for MLM with Forex, crypto, stocks, and trading. So a lot of bullshit happened in the first 2 to 3 years. I lost a lot of people. The company lost a lot of people. But guess what? I was so in love with this concept, and I was so in love with the idea of teaching finances to the masses and changing their lives, that I said to myself, I either make this thing work or I'm gonna die trying. I'm just that kind of person. If I commit to something, if I decide to do something, I do it. No matter how tough it gets, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how ugly it gets, if I commit to do something, I stick to it. And that's a piece of advice I can give to you guys. If you commit to something, stick to it. If you commit to something, grind it out. That's what I did. And after almost 3 years of building the company and nothing was working as it should work, something magical happened. And I'm not a spiritual guy. I believe in a higher power. I believe that everything happens for a reason, but I'm not ultra spiritual, right? Just so you know. But what happened in 2019, after almost 3 years of building the company, was, in my opinion, something that couldn't be a coincidence. I was tired, my team was tired, everyone in the company was tired, because we all collectively tried to figure out how to make this thing work. The old management fucked up one time after the other. And then in 2019, I received a phone call from the former CEO of the company. And he said, Tino, we have a new guy coming into the company as an investor. He will take more than 20 millions into the company. He will bring new products, a new compensation plan, a new branding, a new design. Everything is going to be brand new. You have to get to know this guy. So I was like excited, right? I thought to myself, who could that be? A guy that just randomly puts 20 million on the table to basically help a company get going again that is kind of struggling. Why would someone do that? Why would someone from the outside believe so much in what we are doing? So I joined this call. And when I joined this call, the guy says, hey, Tino, how are you? It's been a while. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was Brian McMullen. funny side fact. All of you guys know Brian McMullen. Some of you might had the privilege to meet him in person. Brian McMullen is not just someone to me, but he's a close friend since 2013 because he was my upline and the #1 income earner in my first company. So I joined this call and I see the guy that steps in to help the company transform is the same guy that I know since 2013, that I trust, love, and respect. You have to understand one thing about him. In 2013, when I was an absolute nobody, that was before I made the 6 figures and before the big momentum I created. In 2013, Brian flew out to Austria and was on the road with me for 3 weeks. We traveled through all of Austria, Germany, Switzerland, France, and Italy. And he was actually one of the first people to show me how to build teams and how to properly build the business. He was the #1 income earner in my first health and wellness company and someone that I looked up to since day one. So tell me if this is a coincidence that this exact same guy steps in to help us transform our company. For me, that was a sign that I'm at the right place at the right time with the right people and the right leadership. And since Brian came in and transformed this company, nothing was ever the same again. He rebranded it to iGenius. He brought in the amazing products we are having right now. He brought in Stefan, which lead to Miguel and Anna and all those guys that are big leaders, big leaders in the company right now, joining the company, that lead to the biggest momentum we ever experienced, which brings us to the point where we currently at, where we are, in my opinion, the #1 deal in this space. But to me, and that's just my humble opinion, we are not just the #1 deal when it comes to crypto and Forex. We are the #1 deal and the go-to company when it comes to the whole industry, which is worth more than 200 billions. But why am I so serious about this? I just look at my own life and I look at the transformation that I went through because of the knowledge and the skills I applied in this company. 2017, when I started out in this company, I had €0. 3 years later, I had saved up some money because I was not making really a lot of money in the company in the first 3 years. I maybe made 10 to 20,000 a month. I was traveling a lot. If you travel a lot, you spend a lot. So in 2020, I had like 50,000 euros that I had in my bank account. I had 0 investments, 0 crypto, 0 Bitcoin, 0 stocks, 0 watches. I had nothing. But after applying the knowledge that I learned in this company and after making some really good money, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, compliance would kill me if they would know, but thank God there is no one from compliance on that call. I went from having almost €0 to my name in 2020 to a net worth of over 5 million euros 3 years later. Everything because of this company, because of this amazing compensation plan, because of the knowledge I acquired here, because of the system Stefan is teaching, and because of everything we have right here, right now. I think we have a big problem in the industry of network marketing. And the big problem is that many people are just talking. They're talking about the investments they are going to make. They're talking about trading. They're talking about Forex. They are talking about crypto. They are talking about their great automated trading, bullshit scams, and all that kind of stuff, right? Most people, they just talk. But you know what I love about iGenius and also about the leadership we are having right here? We have no talkers in this company. We have people that actually walk it like they talk it. 100%. Look at the leadership here. Look at Miguel, for example. Every time I talk to him, he's in another country with another team, spending his time away from his family, from his wife, from his apartment, from his lifestyle that he has in Dubai. He spends his time away all the time, is on the table at dinner every single night with different people, spends his money to basically help other people grow and support other people. And I see this through all of iGenius. Every leader is doing it. Look at Rakan, for example, our number one leader in Canada and North America. What is he doing? He's constantly traveling. Even though there is a war, he was traveling the Middle East to support his people just recently. Look at myself. Look at other leaders in the company. Look at what we are doing. We are not sitting in front of a freaking computer screen all day yelling at people in Zoom calls. No, we are actually in the trenches. We are actually with the people. We are actually constantly traveling and constantly helping people grow. That's the number one thing, in my opinion, that makes iGenius so unique. It's the leadership that actually cares about the people, that actually cares about you. And what's also really special is the unity we have created among the leaders. I'm on this call right now to help a friend grow his business, but I don't earn a single euro because of the volume you are doing. Miguel did calls for my team without making a single euro on my volume. So did Rakan, so did other leaders, right? And that's something really unique. Believe me, guys, this unity we have created here in this company is one of a kind. And for those of you who are coming to visit us at our big convention in December, you're gonna experience it for yourself, how amazing this family that we have created over here actually is. Point number 2 is, let's say, the educators and employee level at iGenius. And I'm talking about Stefan. I'm talking about all the guys that Stefan works with, all the educators that you might know. I'm talking about every member of customer support, every member of the whole thing that keeps everything going for us so we can have an amazing opportunity. Those guys are not here to clock in and clock out and collect a salary. Those guys are the same as we are. They love the company, they love the mission, they love the people. They spend their private money to travel to teams, to help them grow, to support them. Look what Stefan is doing in the last 5 to 6 weeks. I see him on an event every 3 to 4 days. He's with the people, having dinner with the people, sitting on the table with the people, spending time away from his wife, from his kids, from his home, on an airplane every other day, traveling from event to event. Look at our educators. Look at Dini. Look at Ioannis. Look at all the guys that Stefan teached his system that are basically working for a salary here in iGenius. What are they doing? Every time I have an event, I get a phone call from Stefan or from Ioannis or from Dini or from some of those guys, and they're asking me, hey, Tino, I see you guys are having an event. Do you want one of us to take part? And they are not asking for extra money or for money for gasoline or whatever it might be. No, they are like, hey, I'm coming there on my expenses to make the event better, to help the company grow. That's freaking unique, guys. Show me a company where the workforce, the employees are committed on such a high level to push the company forward and are willing to spend their private money to go places to make the whole thing grow. I never experienced something like that. Number 3 is the corporate level, which is insane. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys know Christian Crabtree. Just him as an example. Christian Crabtree, I don't know if this guy is ever sleeping at some point of the day or the night. When it is 12 o'clock in Germany, which is like 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 o'clock in the morning in Utah, I sent him a message and I say, bro, I have a new leader that wants to join. When are you free for a call? And he replies at 4 o'clock in the morning, his time, and tells me, hey, brother, that's awesome. Let's do a call today. Christian is flying all around the world, doing events, doing meetings, doing calls, and I know how much money he's making. And believe me, guys, it's not that much, right? But I asked him, hey, bro, with that type of money, honestly, why are you so committed to do that? And he's like, and that's something I never heard from any corporate leader in any company that I have been involved. He tells me, Tino, I'm the senior director of sales. How could I expect you guys to work 24/7 if I don't give it 100% myself 24/7? That's why I'm available every day. On Friday was his birthday. And on his birthday, he jumped on a call with me to figure out something for a new group that is starting right now. On his freaking birthday, where he had dinner with his wife and kids, he stepped out to answer a phone call to help me figure something out. On his freaking birthday, which is, in my opinion, just insane. And I just feel blessed to work with people that have such a high level of commitment. And it's not just Christian, it's basically everyone in corporate. If I need something, I always have a reply within a couple of hours, which is just insane. And you guys, you're gonna experience how amazing those guys actually are once you hit the higher pin levels in the compensation plan, because then you will get access to all those guys also, and you will work hand in hand with them, and you will experience with your own mind how amazing they are. Point number 4 is the owner of the company, which is InvestView, but also I consider Brian McMullen as one of the owners, since he's one of the biggest shareholders and one of the biggest investors in this company. So if you look up other companies in the Forex and crypto space, some of them, they have CEOs, they are my age. They have failed in network marketing, and then they started building their own companies, and they have a shitty track record, right? In my opinion, if I do business with a company, if I do business with someone, I want to make sure that the person that I'm doing business with has a proven track record, has enough money for himself, so he has no interest in pulling money out of the company, so the money stays in the company to satisfy the needs of the company, the needs of the customers, the needs of the distributors. And I want to know the pure intentions of a person. Brian McMahon, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that either, but like I said, no one from compliance is on this call. I think in the next bull run, since I know a little bit about Brian's crypto investments, I think in the next bull run, chances are high that Brian McMahon will become a billionaire. So this guy doesn't need any money anymore. He doesn't need any money anymore. This guy is so rich. He has so much money. If he would focus his whole energy on spending his money all day, he wouldn't even be able to spend it. And let me tell you a story to prove what I'm just saying. I don't know how it was in Australia, but I'm just a transparent guy. For my team and for my Polish team here in the DACH markets in the last 5 to 6 weeks, we lost a bit of our momentum. We had a really good summer. Things were really good. And after the summer, it kind of slowed down a little bit, which is nothing crazy because like the markets need a correction at some point. So do our teams, right? But I was on a phone with Brian and I told him, hey, bro, we had this amazing summer and all of the year was amazing. And all of a sudden we experienced this drop in volume and I really don't know why, blah, 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 blah. 20 minutes later, Brian shoots a voice message to all top leaders where he basically said, hey, I talked to a couple of you guys. I want to help you create momentum. I give you 10 of my own Bitcoins to do a contest for the whole company. The contest you're seeing right now in the back office, this is not iGenius money. This is Brian McMahon's personal Bitcoins that he gives away to us so we can have a nice competition, so we can regain momentum and really get things going. So we have a CEO that is putting his own money into the company to help the people in the company grow. And I know for fact that Brian has not received a single euro from iGenius since he's here with the company. He only invested money. He didn't took a single euro out. You know why I know that? If he would have done so, it would have shown up in the public filings of InvestView. Since we are a publicly traded company, every euro, every dollar that comes in and out needs to be publicly tracked. When I see the payments for the CEO level, for the corporate level of iGenius in the public filings of InvestView, I never saw the name Brian McMahon. And he told me as a fact, he never took out one single euro out of the company into his own pocket. He kept investing into the company. And now, add all of this together. Combine it with the comp plan that we are having, which is insane, with the bonus pools we are having, which are insane, with the product quality that we are bringing to the table. And when you combine all of that, in my opinion, the outcome is the most amazing opportunity in all of network marketing. The most transparent opportunity in all of network marketing. Publicly traded. Every 3 months, all the numbers need to be disclosed. You can look up everything about the company in the public SEC filings. A CEO that puts money into the company that will become a billionaire in the next bull run. A corporate team that works harder than most of the distributors do. Educators that are working harder than most of the distributors do. That is just insane, guys. And I can say from my experience, one thing, what we have here, you will not find it anywhere else in the world of network marketing. I can guarantee you that, because I've been through a lot, I have seen a lot, and I experienced a lot inside of the industry. There is always someone that wants to tell us that they have a better opportunity, a better compensation plan, a better CEO, a better this, a better this, blah, 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 blah. But in my opinion, I'm a person, I only believe what I see. And if I put the cards on the table, and if I review honestly what others have and what we are having, nothing compares to iGenius, to InvestView, and to what we have created here over the last couple of years. Why do I tell you this? And why am I so energetic about this? And why am I so confident about this? As I mentioned before, I'm with this company since 2017. I built this company through the good times and the bad times. I lost thousands of people to other companies. My check dropped down multiple times. I lost teams. It was not always an easy time, right? But since I went through all those ups and downs, for me, talking about this company feels like talking about my own company that I founded, that I created, that I invented. Since I'm here so long and since I've done so many things with this company. That's why I'm telling you in such an energetic way about this, that we are just blessed to be here. And also, I want to give you guys some huge props. What you have done in Australia and in all those international markets is just insane to me. Having the first presidential in Down Under is just insane to me. That's so awesome and that's so amazing. And that's something where, even though I don't make a single euro out of your organization, that's something where I am really, really proud of you, because I know what it takes to be the first team in a new market to step foot and to build everything from scratch. That's something where you guys can be really, really proud about yourselves, about your team, and about everything that you guys accomplished so far, because I know for a fact how hard it is at sometimes to be the first to do something. And what you guys are doing in your market, in my opinion, is kind of the same that guys like Miguel and myself did for the German speaking markets and for all the European markets. We were kind of the first people to step foot into something brand new. We were kind of the first to kind of set the pace for thousands and thousands and thousands to follow. And what we did here in Europe, I'm 100% sure you guys gonna do for your market. Here is today a call with 140, 150. At the peak, I think we were 170 people, which is a really good number. But believe me, guys, if you work hard and if you stay the course, and if you just keep doing what you are doing, this was the smallest call that we ever had in the history of your team, because it will only become bigger, better, faster from here. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys for having me on this call. I appreciate your leadership, and I want to thank you for all the hard work that you are doing, because at the end of the day, we are all in the same boat, right? I don't care which team, I don't care which movement, I don't care which country, I don't care which continent. At the end of the day, every one of us is a part of iGenius. Every one of us is a part of a big mission, and every one of us is part of a big goal. And I always say we can do amazing things if we are doing it alone. But if we are working together as a collective, as a big family, as a big team, however you might call it, we can do things that we cannot even imagine right now, because they are so big and they are so amazing that we might not even imagine them at this very moment, how far we can come if we do it all together. And that's all from my side today. I hope you gained some value out of this call. And I hope you are as proud as I am to be part of the best, most loving, most caring opportunity in all of the industry called iGenius Global. With that being said, thank you guys, and I wish you a nice evening and a nice week. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wait, is that working? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Tino, for all of your wisdom. And thank you from Australia.
Thank you, guys.
We really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to come speak on our call today. I know you're a very busy man, and being able to come on and speak on our team calls and help other teams is just amazing. And it just goes to show how beautiful our industry is and all of the amazing leaders we have within our company. And yeah, there was a lot of value on that call, guys. So everyone, just to show some love for Tino in the chat. And yeah, that's pretty much all from us today. I just wanted to Pardon? Yeah, I'm just talking about that. I just wanted to speak about the Duck Convention, which Tino is actually going to be at as well himself. And we also do have all of our top leaders flying in there as well. So if someone wants to just drop in the link for the tickets, and it will be on the 7th and 8th of December in Germany. So if some of you haven't already gotten your tickets already, please make sure that you are all getting your tickets, because as you guys know, events change lives. And I know for myself that going to these events is what really changed the game for me. So I want to see some more of you all there, and make sure you do get the ticket with English translation if you are English speaker when you click on the ticket. And yeah, we're just finished all of our Australia tour events, and we're all just at the Airbnb at the moment. So it has been a very successful few weeks, and congratulations as well to all of the Australians that participated in all of the events. And yeah, I'm super excited for all of your guys' journey. Let's go.
Just one more thing I wanted to add. If you guys buy the tickets, right, for the Duck Convention, make sure you message your leader, your upline, or me. Just message us. We will add you in a chat with everyone who is coming to Germany, so you don't have to be there by yourself, right? And if you have some questions about this event, just message your upline. They'll explain you what it is if you haven't been informed about it, or if you're new to the community. It doesn't matter, right? Everyone has to be there, right? Even if you joined yesterday or I don't know, a week ago, if you have no idea about the event in Germany, just message us. We'll give you all the information. And as Tanisha said, events change life. For me, the same. In my past 2 years of being and building this community, I've been to almost every single event. I've traveled across the freaking world, from Australia, Europe, USA, everywhere, right? And that's why I have the rank I have today. So make sure you guys take it serious and be there. And I'll see you in Germany. Let's go.